This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio is brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Welcome to Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader as we are still here at the Brick House and ready for a matchup between the Astoria Fishermen and the St Helens Lions. It's the girls' turn to take the hardwood here tonight. In the first contest, it was the boys falling to St Helens Lions, and that is going to move things around in the Quappa League just a little bit. Well, maybe not necessarily move things. St Helens will go to 6-1 or stay in front, and Scappoose will be at 5-2. The Fishermen now are on the outside looking in, at least in the Quappa League, at 5-3. So they're going to need to get one back against St. Helens at some point, and they're going to need to hold off Scappoose at least a couple more times if they want that second place finish and to at least be able to fight for that first place spot in the Quappa League. And then it's going to all come down to the fickle judges of the spreadsheet.
That's right.
Math. Math, basically the math problem that the Fishermen will face as they start to look ahead towards the state rankings and see how that starts to shake out. As we recap just briefly and head towards the girls' game in a moment, the Fishermen next will play Malala at Malala in a non-league contest, and then on the 13th, Tillamook Seaside on the 17th, Scappoose then on the 20th, then they're in St. Helens on the 24th for the final league contest. They'll wrap up with a non-leaguer on the 27th against Cascade here at home, and it is going to be a complicated mess for the boys to make a bit of noise for the state run if they want to make one.
That's right. They're going to do or die now. They're going to have to win them pretty much at all.
It's almost like they are in playoff mode from here out.
That's right.
At least for the league contest, they're going to need to make sure they stay there.
And to get a play-in game.
And for the play-in game, for a chance to even have that, because what will happen is with this 13th ranking, if they start to fall out of the top 16, that could start to be a problem. So they'll need to make sure they maintain at least within the 16. They're going to need to make the effort and the argument that the third-place team out of the Quappa League should still earn a spot.
Yeah.
And that'll be their job. If they can at least move into second place, that at least strengthens their argument. It makes it a lot easier. It's pretty hard to deny the second-place team in a top 10 team. So if they can do that, they're in good shape. So, yeah, it's almost playoff basketball for the boys from here on out as far as what they can look forward to. For the girls, that's what we're looking forward to here in just a moment. The Fishermen come into this contest at 4-13 against the St. Helens Lions, who enter at 11-4. The Lions are in great position in the Quappa League as they are tied with Seaside at 5-1. Scappoose at 4-3 on the girls' side, and Astoria has a chance to play a bit of spoiler here tonight, as the last time they faced off against the St. Helens Lions, it was a 4-point loss. It was a close game in St. Helens, and I think the Fishermen girls feel like they have a chance to stay close in this one, and if they can stay close and scrap out a victory, they can come away with a feather in their cap, and it's always nice for the Fishermen to build on that rivalry against St. Helens a little bit.
Exactly.
That's what we're looking forward to here tonight in Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. The girls taking on the St. Helens Lions. The girls now with the nightcap in the second half of the season, and we'll get ready as we look ahead to what's in store. We're a few minutes away from tip-off here on ESPN 106.3.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Hey, it's Alice Cooper, and you're listening to Astoria High School Sports on ESPN 106.3. School's not out yet. I'll tell you when.
Welcome back here to Astoria, getting ready for tonight's contest. The Fishermen and Lions getting ready to battle as the starting lineups are being announced for the Astoria Fishermen. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Kaya Gore, Kate Barnsey, Sophia Nygaard, Kylie Svensson, and Maggie Fallour starting. And your starting lineups for the St. Helens Lions. We're going to see Brooke Stevens. We are going to see number 20, Libby Hassenkamp. And number 2, Devin Lee. We've seen her before.
Number 4,
Madeline Hancock, the senior, also getting the start. Brooke Stevens, the sophomore.
they're going to have number 15
And that is D.A. Davidson.
and number 20.
And the Fishermen and Lions will get underway in just moments. We're going to take one more quick timeout while the Fishermen are in at point 3.
Hi, folks. The sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more. more.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria, Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Back here at the Brick House, an opening tip-off. Kaya Gore wins it for the Fishermen, and Kate Barnsey will control against the St Helens Lions. The Fishermen have the first opportunity to score. Kylie Svensson with it, off to Maggie Fleur on the far baseline, right side. Back out to Svensson, out to Gore. Gore looking from the wing, can't get anywhere. Dribbles around, gets it out to Kylie to reset. 15 on the shot clock, back out to Maggie Fleur. Maggie looks, drives the baseline, goes underneath the basket, can't get it to lay it in, and coming up with a rebound for the Lions is D.A. Davidson. D.A. Davidson is a tough player. We've seen her before, and she is going to be a problem and continue to be a problem. That one, the long rebound, handled and chased down by Brooke Stevens after she missed the long shot. And a pass down below into the paint. Nice job by Sophia Nygaard to come in and strip the ball from Madeline Hancock. She was going for the putback on the offensive board. She stripped it away, and
Just great heads up on that.
absolutely phenomenal play on their way out of bounds. She also threw it off her shin to make sure it stayed with the Fishermen. A minute off the clock, no score yet. Kylie Svensson with the ball. Tries to get the ball to the high post. Gore chases it down after the ball is knocked away, and Svensson will shoot for three from the corner and can't get it to fall. And the Lions have possession. They are a bigger squad, the young squad of the Fishermen, trying to battle this strong squad. And on defense, Libby Hassenkamp moves past Maggie Fleur to score the first points of the game, and the Lions have the opening points at 6:40 on the clock. Now at 6:25, Barnsey off to Fleur. Fleur driving, gets it knocked out of her hands, and D.A. Davidson comes away with it. And it is turned over to Devin Lee, who will bring the ball across the timeline and hand it back to Davidson, who will launch the three. No good. Fleur with the board. And the Fishermen will let Fleur bring it up. 6 minutes on the clock. Out to Svensson. Svensson with the pink shoes. Out to Fleur on the corner after the pass in. That one is no good. Handled by Lee. Lee will look up, bring it across the timeline as the defense retreats. The Lions down to the baseline, back out to Lee, out to Davidson. Driving into the paint, running into Fleur. Shot is up and good. Good job by Fleur to not get the foul. She stood her ground, and good job by Davidson to pull up and shoot. Now 4-0. The Lions have the lead in this one. Gore with the ball, out to Svensson. Svensson at the wing, dribbles into the paint, into the corner, gets in trouble, kicks it out to Fleur. Fleur looks, finds cutting Gore. Gore from the baseline misses, and it is handled by the Lions. Still not in the guys' game. That is little sister of Quinn Gore.
Same number.
Same number. You can definitely tell they're brother and sister, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. They do resemble each other. Long, tall, lean, athletic players. Long shot. Lee from the corner is missed. Fleur tracks down the rebound and kicks it off to Gore, who will bring it up across the timeline with no pressure provided by the Lions. This Gore just a sophomore. Into Gore at the high post. Gets into trouble, kicks it out to Nygaard, back out to Barnsey on the baseline, back to Gore for three, and that one is off the iron, no good. Svensson reaches in, tries to chase down the board, can't get it, pokes one free now against Davidson, and almost gets a turnover, but now needs to retreat, set up on defense, and from the baseline, missed. Barnsey snatches the board, half the quarter gone, it's 4-0. The Lions with possession, or with the ball, with the lead. Fishermen with possession. Gore driving in, gets it tipped out of her hands. Davidson has it. Barnsey chasing from behind. And the layup and score from Lee. Actually, that's not Lee. That is Brooke Stevens, excuse me, with the lay-in.
And a foul call on that. Shooting for three the hard way. And the
ball is
extra
tipped
point, no
loose.
good.
Nygaard gets the board, back out to Barnsey, to Gore. Missed who that foul was called against.
It was going to be against Svensson.
And that one is up and off the glass for three for Svensson. Cuts the lead in half. Svensson with the three-point shot, draws the Fishermen to a three-point deficit. Long shot on the other side is up and missed, and Nygaard gets the board and out to Gore quickly. Gore lets the offenders pass by her. And now has the ball out to Svensson at the top of the key, who sets up the offense. Out to Fleur on the right wing. Gets the ball in, tries to drive, gets into trouble, and Davidson takes it away. Jump ball. That'll be Lions ball.
St. Astoria.
Excuse me. I tried to look at the score table light and didn't have it. Lucy Johnish will check into the game. Taking a seat will be Fleur. A chance to sit down and take a moment. Svensson will also check out. Also coming in for the Fishermen is Kissa Whitsett, the speedy softball player. And there it is. There's the check at the scores table. Yeah, Lions ball. I was right.
Sorry about that, Rob.
No, you were just following what the officials said, and that's okay too. Lions bring it across the timeline. That's Lee with the ball. Gore matched up on her. Down in the corner, Davidson. Johnish steps across to play defense and does a good job with a contested shot. Nygaard has it, looks ahead to Barnsey. Barnsey looks, kicks it out to Gore in the handoff. Now Gore in the right wing will dribble into the paint, go up strong and off the iron, no good, but she'll head to the line. And black two, it's Devin Lee picking up the foul. The Lions squad wearing the black uniforms with the yellow stripes. The Fishermen and the whites with the purple stripe up the side. And Gore wipes off the shoes, steps to the line. The spin and the shot. It is in. And checking into the game for the Lions is Bristol Beeler, taking the spot of Brooke Stevens, who is holding the back of her head. I'm not sure if she got hit, but she's holding the back of her head. And that one is in, like she may have taken a shot to the back of the neck.
Second free throw. Good. 1-point ball game.
On the other side, the Lions moving the ball from the wing to the baseline and down to the other baseline to Lee. Loses a handle on it, but regains it. Now left alone for three. She'll put it up and miss. And the rebound is handled on the backside by the newcomer. Up and off the glass, no good. Barnsey will come away with the loose ball rebound. Beeler with that miss. And the Fishermen will set up an offense with a chance to take the lead here, down by one. 2 minutes on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock as Gore gets it out to Whitsett. Whitsett looking in, passing up on the pass in to Johnish. Now driving in is Gore. Gore getting double teamed. Good help. She'll have to kick it back out. Barnsey has it. Moving into the lane. Can't get it to fall. And coming through the backside, tipping it out of bounds is Nygaard. And the Lions will have the ball. The Lions fans wanted a walk on the shot from Barnsey, but it was just a good step through. 1:33 on the game clock, and the Lions, Davidson launches the long three, nothing there, and handled on the backside by Hancock, and now up and in for three. That is Lee with the shot, pushing it back to a 4-point lead for the Lions. Gore will bring it across the timeline, off to Whitsett, right wing, up top. She wants to come out to Johnish and gets it there. Johnish out to Gore on the left side. Gore looks, drives, gets it tipped away and kicked away. Madeline Hancock had the turnover, and then in an effort to reach down and get the ball, she ended up kicking it out of bounds and giving it back to the Fishermen. Almost a clever takeaway by Hancock, but couldn't come away with the full effort. Whitsett with the ball after the inbound. She'll bring it to the top. Out to Barnsey on the left side. Barnsey with defense right in front of her. That is Lee up tight, tipping it out of bounds. So still 25 on the shot clock. Fisherman led in his first season by Jordan Axe, assisted by Cole Jonish. Into the high post, that is Jonish, driving through the key and turning up, trying to go strong, and Davidson gets the block. We've got her listed at 6 foot, and she is a healthy 6 foot for the Lions.
She's been tough since she's been a freshman.
She has indeed. Long shot from the baseline is missed, and Davidson rips the rebound down. And another shot put up off the glass, no good. Barnsey fighting Davidson and can't come away with that board either. And the Lions will reset with 13 on the game clock. They'll have a chance to hold the last possession of the quarter. Screen from Davidson. Lee up with the shot off the back iron, no good. Nygaard has it, looks, tries to hit Whitsett with 2 left, and Whitsett up and in!
Beautiful.
Kaisa Whitsett with the basket. And we'll put 8 on the clock and head to the second quarter. And we'll have it right here on ESPN 106.3 as the Fishermen get close to 7-9 heading to the second.
Astoria High Athletics. I want to thank everyone for listening to tonight's broadcast on ESPN 106.3 FM.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here as we get the second quarter started. Put 3 words together here. I'm a broadcast professional. Gore at the free throw line to start the second quarter as immediately they get the ball down into the paint, and D.A. Davidson picks up her first foul. And Gore will head to the line and miss her first one as it rattles off the rim. Gore into the paint, trying to go up strong, does a good job, and hits the second free throw, but Davidson there to put a little body on her, and Gore, tall and skinny. Davidson, tall and not quite as skinny. She is a strong defender and offensive player for the Lions. And it's going to be a travel as the cutter was Madeline Hancock. And a good job by Nygaard to get in front of that a little bit, tie her up. But in doing so, she ends up traveling before any possession can take place. So great job on defense, and a travel call turns the ball over. The Fishermen down by 1. They'll have an opportunity as they get the ball trying to get into Gore under the paint. Tipped away by Madeline Hancock. The senior wisely sees what's coming and positions herself to at least get in the way of the pass. Inbounding the ball underneath the basket will be Nygaard, who looks and changes her mind and gets it to Gore at the corner. And Gore with the short jumper will get that one to fall just inside the elbow. Hits to give the Fishermen a 10-9 lead in this contest. And Coach Ruben Dengouch talked a little bit about it during the coaches show before we started tonight's contest. Don't forget to catch those guys on Fridays. And don't forget, you can also find their show on our YouTube channel, archived. Long shot missed and rebounded by the Lions. They'll have a second possession here as the shot from Madeline Hancock for 3 at the top of the key was missed. Davidson on Gore in the paint. Good job by Gore to block her out. Attempted to throw it back in, and the Fishermen come away with it. Nygaard right there to snatch it up. Gore kicks out to Whitsett, left alone at the baseline for 3. Up and off the iron, no good. Falluer with the board. Tries to go up strong, and they're going to say jump ball as Davidson reached across and got the ball. And that should be Lions ball now. Good job by Fleur to try to go up strong, but a good job by Davidson on defense to reach across, not get the foul, and get her hand on the ball.
That's right.
Easy to grab the arm in that case, and she did a good job to just get the ball to give the Lions the possession. And now from the baseline, she'll launch the three and rattle one in. Davidson gives the Lions a 12-10 lead. She's tall, big, and she can shoot. She is a problem for a lot of teams and a lot of places on the court. That's the reason the Lions are 11-4 in the season. Fleur with the ball, trying to get into Nygaard, and coming through the backside is Kylie Cox, the freshman, the 6'2 freshman, picking up a foul. That'll be her first, and I think I have it set at 3 team fouls now.
I think you're correct, Rob.
Getting the ball into Fleur is Nygaard. Fleur trying to get in on Davidson, gets under the paint, can't get it. Whitsett at the top of the key, launches and is blocked by the freshman. And Whitsett comes away with it. Going to get her on the arm, though. Foul is going to be called against Brooke Stevens, who will pick up her first. Kaisa Whitsett will head to the line. Nope.
She was looking to her coach and didn't see the ball coming in.
The officials tried to hit her in the chin. Not on purpose, I'm sure.
No.
She looks back once again, gets the ball cleanly this time, and we'll line up to tie this one up and miss. So it's no rebound. A little off to the right there as she missed it. 12-11. The guests here at the Brick House have the lead and the possession as they bring the ball across the timeline with under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Davidson with the ball up top. Barnsey up close on her. And switch it off to Gore. Outside is Brooke. Brooke hits for 3. That is Brooke Stevens, the sophomore, dropping a three-pointer to give the Lions a 4-point lead. Gore with the ball. Passes out to the right wing. That is Fleur out there. Fleur drives, goes up against Davidson, and Davidson's going to get called with the foul, and she doesn't like it.
She did it, though. I saw it.
That will be her second. In the time we've seen Davidson, who is a senior, we've seen her for a couple of years. That is one thing that you can't exploit with her. That is her tenacity to sometimes play tough and foul.
That's right.
Free throw is good by Fleur.
As is Devin Lee's Achilles heel. We've seen her foul out in probably the majority of the games we've seen her play.
She ends up getting a little aggressive right now just with the one. And the shot is up and good. Becky Fleur drops both with the high arcing free throw shots.
Great looking shots.
She's one of those, big girl shooters that has a good shot too. She's, tall, and you just don't see that a lot of times from some of the taller.
That's right.
They tend to be too strong from the free throw line, but she's got a nice, smooth, sweet, high arcing free throw as that one's blocked, and Svensson will snatch the free ball in the air. And the Fishermen play good defense to come away with a turnover against the Lions and set this one up on offense and almost give it away, handoff to Gore as Gore finds the paint, can't get it to fall, and picking up the rebound is Cox, who will then get slapped on the arm by Fleur. Fleur just a little bit lazy there on the backside. She didn't need to do it, reached through, thought she could maybe get the swat away, and found a little more arm than ball.
Yep.
So 15-13, the Lions with possession and 4:43 on the game clock. Ball gets moved around the perimeter, looking for the cutters. The Fishermen set up in the zone defense. Down on the other side, the shot on the baseline is no good, and Nygaard loses control of the ball. And we're going to get Barnsey with a foul here.
You can't tackle people.
And she smiles as she knew exactly what she did. And I saw it too. She was going for that loose ball, and she took the opportunity to push the Lions player out of the way to get there.
That's right.
Yeah, you caught me, she says. Inbounds pass. Long shot by Lee as they get the ball around, and she hits for 3. Devin Lee hits for 3. The 5'7" senior pushes the lead to 5. Gore off to Svensson. Svensson with the leg sleeve on the right side, gets it to Gore. Gore finds Barnsey, who goes through the baseline. The layup no good. Fleur is there to clean it up. And she goes up strong, can't get that one to fall, and it is a rebound for Kylie Cox. Devin Lee with it. Out to the baseline to the cutter and cutting through and can't quite get it rattled home, but coming in is Brooke Stevens with the swat on Barnsey. Stevens will collect her second foul.
That's going to put that straight into bonus.
And that should send Barnsey to the line indeed. Barnsey didn't like that one. She got one right across the eyes there. She got hit in the with a forearm to the face, and she immediately stared down Brooke Stevens a little bit. I saw it. I saw it. She laughed the one off on the others, on the down underneath on that loose ball, but that one she didn't take too keenly on. Quickly shook it off and walked to the other side to shoot her free throws, however. And on her first one, will get off the back iron, no good. Jonish will check in and give Falur a chance to sit. Barnsey bends, shoots, and the second one falls. 4-point deficit for the Fishermen here with 3:33 to go. 3:35, excuse me, on the game clock. The Lions look, trying to find a spot in the zone to exploit. They get the long pass on the other side. Down to the baseline now to Stevens. Excuse me, it is 20, Hessenkamp. Now back out to Lee, who resets the offense. She finds the shooter on the baseline, no good. Gore tries to fly in and get it. It'll be off the hands of Gore and Lions ball. That was Lily Hessenkamp trying to get the shot off. Svensson will take a seat for a moment. And the Lions will look to inbound, trying to get it in. Zoe Wright in for the Fishermen. Long shot up, and that one, Madeline Hancock for three. This is a sharp-shooting team, and that's not new.
No.
Madeline Hancock, the senior, Devin Lee, the senior, and Davidson, the senior. A strong trio for this squad for the Lions. Fishermen with under 3 to go. Have the ball on the baseline to Nygaard trying to hit. Zoe Wright flooding to the hoop, and stepping in front is Lee. Excuse me, not Lee, but Hancock. Now Hancock back on the wing, up for another three. Rebounded by Gore, tipped out of bounds by the Lions. And it'll be Fisherman ball. Barnsey will do the honors. And with no pressure, looks to throw it into Gore. Second period, the Fishermen trail by 7. 2:26 to go. Gore with the ball, gets a screen from Nygaard out to Barnsey. Barnsey driving. Back out to Gore as they exchange at the wing. Gore trying to get the screen from Nygaard, doesn't get it, heads to the hoop. And Lee is going to get credited with the foul on the arm against Gore. She doesn't like it, but that is the call.
That's what happened.
She got a little late on the step. Gore did a good job of faking her out. She got a little bit late on the backside and came through on the arm, and that'll put Gore at the line to shoot the first one in.
She's 4 for 5 tonight at the free throw.
Jonish will take a seat, and Falur will check back in. Gore spins, lines up, and the shot is in. Gore gets the second to cut it to 4. Lee now bringing the ball across the timeline. Cut it to 5, 16-21. Falur on defense puts her hand in the face of Davidson, who misses the long shot. Gore has it. And Gore trying to get into the high post, kicks it out to Wright on the wing, down to Falur on the baseline, trying to hit Nygaard underneath. They get Barnsey at the high post, who tries to drive around. Lee knocks it out. It's a turnover, and the Lions have it, looking for the long shot down. Falur a little bit late, comes through on the backside for the block against Hancock, and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lions, but a good job by Falur to get back on defense and make an impact play. Ball is out. Stevens shoots for 3. It's in. Wow, Brooke Stevens drops for 3. Yeah, Stevens, the sophomore. They are replacing shooters with shooters on this squad. 24-16. Gore with the ball. Gets tied up. Comes away with it. Tries to get it into Nygaard down below. Goes up strong and can't get it to fall. And the Lions have it. Lee clears the ball. Gets it down the court to Hancock, who lines up and misses that one. Barnesy controls the rebound. And Gore now with the ball. We'll bring it across the timeline. 28 on the shot clock, 54 on the game clock. Barnesy will take it at the top of the key. Little high to Fallour. It's tipped away, and Davidson comes away with a loose ball. She's got a 1-against-2. Spins in and lays down Nygaard, and the rebound. No, it's a made basket. Looking for the offensive charge, looking for something there, and no call, no foul on either player. Gore now with the ball. Down by 10. Has Zoe Wright in the wing. Devin Lee up on her. Barnesy with the ball, drives the paint. Floater is in and out. She follows up, gets her own board, gets her board again. Can't get it up the second time, and she'll go down to the ground. And the Lions come away with the rebound and 6 seconds to work with. Devin Lee lines up well behind the arc and misses everything. And Barnesy's crashing the board. It'll go out of bounds, and that'll do it for the second quarter. We'll head to halftime. The Fishermen trail in this one 26-16. They'll have to come out fighting in the second half, and we'll have it for you coming up shortly right here on ESPN 106.3.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC.
Bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
The Seahawks are going to Super Bowl 60. It's a rematch with the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara.
Sunday, February 8th, complete coverage of the big game is on Westwood One. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Laura Oakman, Gene Steratore, Ryan Harris, and me for all the action right here.
Brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College. The Seahawks play here on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Alice Cooper, and you're listening to Astoria High School Sports on ESPN 106.3. School's not out yet. I'll tell you when.
Back here in Astoria at the Brick House, the Fish Bowl. I like the Brick House, but I like the Fish Bowl better for some reason. To make it more bowl-like or something, I guess.
Put up a lot of glass.
Yeah, right. Put up a lot of glass. Maybe a glass dome on the roof would be nice. I don't know, something. Anyway, we are here, game 2 of tonight's doubleheader, as some of the seniors are being announced. Some of the wrestling squad here. Congratulations to all the seniors and their endeavors. And as, believe it or not, swimming and wrestling is just about done with already. They're getting close to postseason experience. I can't say play. I guess it's play, sort of, but postseason tournaments and all that fun adventure for those two squads. So best of luck to the swimmers and to the wrestlers for the Astoria Fishermen. Tonight it is game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. The girls of St. Helens and the girls of Astoria battling on the hardwood tonight, and it is a tough contest. They played to a 4-point contest in St. Helens, and I know St. Helens was missing a few due to illness at that point, but the fishermen thought, you know what, we're getting better. We have a chance to scrap with these girls, and let's see if we can come up with one. And they are doing pretty good tonight, but this is a very good St. Helens squad. After all, they are leading the Co-op League with Seaside at 5-1, and they don't have too bad of a ranking either. Seaside number 2 in the state, and St. Helens at number 8, but they get that upset of Seaside here not too long ago. So these two squads are battling quite well. Matter of fact, that upset was on the 3rd, a 52-47 win for the St. Helens Lions. They're coming off of that high. Winners of their last 4, including a just 4-point victory over Astoria that started on January 21st. Before that, they fell to Seaside 44-36. So this St. Helens Lions squad is trying to make a run, and a win against the Astoria Fishermen, at least when you look at it from St. Helens' perspective, is a win against a team you're supposed to beat.
That's right, on paper.
So, you know, that's what they're trying to do here tonight. What the Fishermen are trying to do is look back on that schedule and say, we lost by 4 to these girls last time around, so let's try to you make up 4 points. Can we find 4 points in that last game? Can we make that up in this game? Still play strong, still play tough, and find 5 points to come away with that win.
That's right.
And that's what they're trying to do here tonight. But in the first half, it has been pretty much, mostly the Lions. In the first quarter, it was a 9-7 contest. It was just a 2-point ball game, but the Lions have extended that lead to 26-16 in the second quarter. In the second half, we're going to talk about the first 3 minutes of the second half again, because for the Fishermen, it's going to be an important 3 minutes. They're going to need to come out against the Lions and come out strong and see if they can't scrap out maybe a few possessions. If they can cut this down to single digits again, get into there somewhere where you're maybe 5, 4, 6 points behind, and it's literally, you got a whole half to work with. You got 16 more minutes to just chip away one basket at a time, one possession at a time. That's one thing that's hard for a young squad to get through their head a little bit, is you can't get all 10 points in one basket. You can't get them all in 2 possessions. So just win little possessions, win little moments, and just chip away at that 10 points. Knock it down to 8, knock it down to 6, take it to 5, take it to 4.
That's right.
And all of a sudden now you're within 2, within 1, within whatever it takes.
Grab those layups.
You've got to just, little things. Win the defensive battles, win the rebounds, win the loose balls, and just win possession after possession and try to come away with just a few baskets at a time. And in the second half, the Astoria Fishermen girls will be trying to do that. And we'll take a quick timeout and hopefully come back for the second half in just a moment right here on ESPN 106.3. Thanks for joining us for tonight's doubleheader. Astoria High Fishermen basketball. It's a doubleheader with the Fishermen taking on the St. Helens Lions here on ESPN 106.3.
Seaside Outlets. Over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
ESPN 106.3 brings you Beat the Books, your daily source of sports betting wisdom from the BetMGM network. Tune in 3 times a day to get the latest insights. Join us as we break down the best bets and hottest storylines of the day to help you make informed decisions. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just starting out, Beat the Books is on ESPN 106.3 to guide you towards success. Turn the odds in your favor. Tune in daily to arm yourself with the knowledge you need to make the right bets. Stay ahead of the game with Beat the Books from the BetMGM network on ESPN 106.3. ESPN 106.3 reminds you to please gamble responsibly.
You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Welcome back to the Brick House. We are here for the second half in just a few short moments as we announce some of the seniors and the second half festivities underway in just a few quick ones. And the Fishermen and the St Helens Lions battling here. It is a 10-point lead right now for the Lions. And we are getting set for the second half to get started. And for the Fishermen, 16 points, 26 for the Lions. And right now where the Astoria Fishermen are winning is fouls. The Fishermen, by my count, have Barnsey and Svensson each with 1. And for the St. Helens Lions, they've got a couple on Lee, a couple on Stevens, a couple on Davidson, and 1 on Cox. And that is where the Fishermen can start to earn possessions and earn baskets in this contest. And that is being strong, controlled, and going to the basket and seeing if they can't get maybe a few of those seniors a little bit on the edge of laying it off so they don't foul out.
That's right.
Gore won the tip-off. The jump ball's possession will turn things over to the Fishermen to start the half, and that's where Kate Barnsey will inbound to Svensson. She'll dribble up and get the ball underneath to Gore. Great start to the Fishermen. A great look from Svensson to Gore. And it is an assist and a point. Gore with 2. And Lee will bring the ball up for the Lions and launch for 3 in front of Gore off the iron. No good. Barnsey reaches out, snags the board. And she'll bring the ball up, getting a little pressure from Hancock, who backs off now to play defense. Barnsey hands off to Gore. Gore gets the screen from Nygaard, who rolls down. Svensson gets the handoff from Gore out to Barnsey on the left side, excuse me. Barnsey looking for somebody on the baseline, throws it away into the hands of Brooke Stevens, who tips it out of bounds. And Barnsey will inbound for the Fishermen now with 12 on the shot clock, 7:20 on the game clock. They'll have 12 to work with, and the official
hit somebody's drink.
Wants to wipe the ball off. There it is. I'm going to say he's asking for a towel. That did bounce into the fans right there on the sideline, and I don't think we spilled a beer, but we knocked it into something. Wiped off, and here we go. Barnsey inbounds it. Not quite like a baseball stadium where the fan catches the foul ball with a beer, but Svensson launches from deep. Wow. Svensson pops a Caitlin Clark three and sends one in from about 6-7 feet from behind the line. 21-26. A statement three from Svensson. Davidson now in the key, goes up strong, gets tipped away. And the Lions will come away with a loose ball, no rim, so 18 on the shot clock. And the long three response from Brooke Stevens. She fires off another one to silence the Astoria crowd. Gore will bring the ball across the timeline. The deficit is 8. Gore gets the screen, gives it off to Svensson, out to Barnsey. Barnsey down to Fallure. Fallure steps in, backs out, and online, but off the rim. No good. Fallure had it. She can shoot. And Lee will bring it up, get the ball down into the corner to Davidson. Davidson fends off Barnsey, steps through into the paint, off the glass, no good. And the rebound tracked down and handled. Now on the baseline, Svensson will come swatting on the pass that was to Hancock, and Hancock was going up. Svensson a little late on defense. She'll claim a foul, her second. Svensson, a small, quick, scrappy player, scraps out another foul on her mark. Hancock, Madeline, the senior, gets that one to roll through the net. 9-point lead. And back to 10 points as she hits both free throws. Fallure into Gore. Gore will bring it up across the timeline as the defense lays back on the other side of half court. Svensson with the ball at the top of the key. Trying to get the ball into Gore. Ill-advised pass is tipped away by Lee. Gore not open there. Svensson needs to look somewhere else. She gets the ball back, and we'll see what she does here. She gets to Maggie Fallure on the right side. Fallure trying to get to the high post to Nygaard to Gore. Gore gets triple teamed and can't get the ball away, but we're going to get Devin Lee with the body. And she gets a little push on Gore. She doesn't like it. And she can laugh that one off all she wants, but she came in a little late, bodied up the Gore. Said, yeah, your hands were up, but your hips were pushing, and that's all that counts. The first free throw is missed. Not necessarily arguing, but not agreeing with the official on that call, but either way, she'll claim her third personal foul. Gore's shot is up and in off the front of the rim. And once again, we are back to a 22-31 ball game here. Just a 9-point deficit for the Fishermen. Davidson at the top of the key, looks, now goes underneath. Good job by Nygaard. No, not quite. Backside foul is going to be against Fallure. Nygaard did the right thing. It was Fallure coming around on the backside help, sending Lily Hasenkamp to the line, who got the ball down into the paint. And the first free throw is off the iron, no good. Fallure coming in late for defensive help. Got her on the bump, and that's what the foul was called on. I was going to be really disappointed if that was on Nygaard, because she did a really good job on the front side. Rebound is handled by Gore as it's missed. We stay 9 points, and the Fishermen have a chance to chip in and cut another couple of baskets away. Svensson on the right side, looking. Back out to Fallure to reset. Gore now with it on the left side. Gore looks, Drives in, gets double teamed, backs it out to Barnesy. Barnesy goes up, gets swatted by Davidson. And Davidson's now got it on the pass, spinning, twirling, and traveling. A full pirouette in the paint there. And she knew it. She couldn't get the pass off in time. The Fishermen did a good job to get in front of her. And she knew she took one too many steps and looked over to her coach and said, I know, pass the ball sooner. Fishermen have possession. Again, winning that possession. They get the ball back and have a chance to try to get a little closer. Fleur for three on the swing. Can't get it. And Barnesy underneath gets the offensive board. Can't get the putback. Nygaard with the putback. Good job on offense by the Fishermen to come away with a couple offensive boards. The Fishermen cut into it. It's a 7-point ball game and a timeout taken by the Lions. They want to talk this one over. Good job by the Fishermen to battle in this one and come away with a couple of possessions, and that's what we need for the Fishermen to do. We talked about that as we were at halftime. It's just a matter of chipping away possession after possession and winning the little battles. Eventually the big battles start to come. And the Fishermen here battling the St. Helens Lions. Timeout in the third period. 31-24 is where we are at. And the Fishermen went into halftime down 10. They have chipped a couple off of that, down 7. And it is just a matter of possession after possession, trying to come away with some steals, takeaways, rebounds. A good job with a couple offensive boards there, and Nygaard going back up strong, getting the basket. Just a few seconds remain here in this timeout as the St. Helens Lions have broke their huddle early. After calling the timeout, they're letting the Fishermen talk it out just a little bit more.
Rube doing a great job mopping up that floor.
Taking janitorial duties tonight. After that spill on the sidelines, I think he's just making sure one quick swipe of that floor is nice and dry. Don't want a silly injury because there's a little water on the floor.
That's right.
Lee with the ball brings it up. Down on the baseline, she finds Hassenkamp. Back out to Lee. Lee hits for three. She is a sharp shooter. She's got at least 3 of them tonight. Gore with the ball now. The lead back to 10. Svensson gets a screen from Nygaard out to Fleur. Fleur on the right side. Back up top to Svensson. Svensson drives the paint. Runs into trouble. Throws one up. Lee comes away with the board. And on the other side, it is Stevens kicking out. Back out to Stevens, who backs out and launches for 3 off the front iron. Lee is left all alone underneath. Can't handle it. And Fleur will grab the board. Lee was right there to snatch the offensive board. Nobody boxed her out. And she had a good chance at a putback. Just couldn't make it happen. Svensson's got it. Brook on her. Mishandled by Gore. Gore was moving one way, and Svensson threw it just a little bit the other way. Svensson steps in front of the pass from Davidson. Tipped back out to a Lion. 3:20. Long shot by Brooke Stevens on the other side. Not handled and tipped out of bounds. Should be white ball. Is good job by Nygaard to swat it through the hands of Hassenkamp. That was Brooke Stevens shooting from deep in the corner, and she's hit a couple. Missed on that one, and the Fishermen down by 10 with possession and 3:13 here in the quarter. In the third, here in the second half, the Fishermen fighting off the top-ranked, high-ranked St. Helens Lions, the top of the Quappa League, tied with Seaside right now. Barnesy missed throws, trying to look for Nygaard. Nygaard wasn't looking, and the ball is taken away by the Lions. Lee's got it at the top. Looking down on the far side to Hassenkamp, back out to Lee. Zone defense for the Fishermen. Lee out to the right side one more time to Hancock. Hancock down to Lee in the corner, and corner shot no good. Tipped, long rebound, chased down at the top by Lee. They'll reset a new 35 and 2:23 on the game clock. On the far baseline, handed in to Davidson. Backdoor cut. Fleur recovers and tips it out of bounds. Good job by Fleur. Hassenkamp cutting on the baseline and trying to go up with it. Fleur chopped it out. And a short timeout now. The Lions want to talk this one over as we get the 30-second timeout taken, and it is still a 10-point deficit, 24-34 as we went into halftime at 10 points. And the Fishermen and Lions continue to battle. For the Fishermen, they've got a couple of games lined up on the docket. They'll be taking on Malala here at home on the 10th. Then it's off to Tillamook. Then they'll host Seaside's Caboose. Then off to St. Helens on the 24th. And they'll wrap up February on the 27th with a non-league contest against Cascade here at the Brick House. For the St. Helens Lions, it's Tillamook and Caboose, then Hillsborough in a non-league contest. And they'll wrap up their season with a Seaside Astoria Tillamook lineup. And for both squads, it is the thing of the Quaffle League. You got to play each team 3 times, so it's pretty hard to have a tie.
That's right.
Stepped on the end line, and the inbounds pass. It's a turnover. The Fishermen will get it right back. Svensson will step out of bounds to inbound to Gore. Gore back to Svensson. Svensson will bring it across the timeline. Whitsett in, Nygaard, Barnsey, Gore, trying to find Gore in the paint. Gore's going to need to leave or she's going to get flagged. And tipped away, taken away, and against Barnsey, it is up and missed by Cox. Back up on the offensive board. Cox has it again. She'll go back up strong, and that time she'll roll one in. A couple of shots at it for the Lions. Away with the points. Cox does have Barnsey by a few inches, so getting up and getting over the top of her, not that difficult, but Barnsey fighting and scrapping as best she can against her underneath, and just wasn't enough. 12-point lead for the Lions, and Svensson launches from deep, can't get it to fall underneath. Barnsey fights for the board, gets it swatted out to Gore, who misses, and Nygaard comes away with it, and Svensson fights. Nope. It's going to be taken away by Hessenkamp. And with 1:10 to go, the Lions have possession to Davidson. Cutting into Lee. Lee in the paint. Double team, gets dribbled out and throws one up against Whitsett. And there's going to be a foul. And it's going to be against Lee. Coming back on Whitsett. Lee will pick up her 4th personal foul here in the 3rd quarter with a minute to go. And the Fishermen are going to call a timeout. 36-24. It's a 12-point lead for the Lions. We are here in Astoria for tonight's doubleheader basketball on ESPN 106.3. Got a big weekend of sports coming your way, too. Got some games coming up tomorrow, and I hear there's a big one on Sunday.
Is there one on Sunday?
There is one. I can't tell you what it's called because of copyright rules.
That's right.
But it's a super game.
And there's owls involved, right?
And there's, I think somebody's going to have a cup of soup in a bowl.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's about as around way we can get around calling it what it is. Copyright rules, you know.
Yeah.
I know there's rules about how you can promote it, how you can talk about it, but the big game between the Patriots and the Seahawks, of course, you can catch the Seahawks all season long on ESPN 106.3, and I think they've got a pretty good shot at taking the whole caboodle on Sunday.
I gotta say, as a Seahawks fan, I'm pretty excited.
It should be a pretty good game either way. I think the Patriots are going to put up a bit of a fight, but I still, through the whole season and the record the Patriots have put forth, I'm still just a little bit on the fence, I have to admit.
Well, you and I got to go see the Seahawks versus the Niners at the opening game.
The opening game. It's a tough team, and they've put together a good squad. They've stayed healthy, and they've gotten stronger through the season, and they got a good defense. I think it's going to be at least an interesting game.
Be a fun one.
Inbounds pass, and Gore's got it for the Fishermen here with under a minute to go. 5:20 on the shot clock. Gore on the baseline, drives in, gets through and can't get the basket to fall. Davidson gives her a little bump, and with 35 to go, 30 on the shot clock, Davidson's got the ball for the Lions. Driving in, getting tied up, hitting the cutting Hancock up and no good. Barnsey clears the rebound and will bring it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Svensson left alone for 3. No, it's off the back iron. And Davidson will handle the loose ball rebound with 12 seconds here in the clock. No shot clock for the Lions for the end of the 3rd period. And for the St. Helens Lions, Beeler is in once again. Now a long shot from Hancock at the buzzer is no good. And we head to the 4th quarter with the Fishermen down by 12. We'll have it for you in a minute right here on ESPN 106.3.
Seaside Outlets. Over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside.
Coach Rube from Astoria High Athletics. I want to thank everyone for listening to tonight's broadcast on ESPN 106.3 FM.
Back here to start the game, and with the first possession, the Fishermen come away with a steal. Kisowitz screaming down for the layup, gets it knocked out of bounds, and they changed their mind. They were going to call it Lions ball, but out of bounds off the Lions, so Kay Barnesy will step out of bounds to inbound it. 12-point lead for the Lions, and Barnesy gets it into Nygaard, out to Svensson. Svensson looking, and brings it around to the top of the key. Hits Gore up at the wing. And Barnesy down on the baseline, drives past Davidson, goes up strong, and she'll head to the line. The foul against the Lions will be assessed against 15. D8 Davidson, that's her third. And Lee is absent from the floor for the Lions for the time being with 4 fouls. Barnesy misses on the first half of her 2. The second one, as she gets the ball, takes the dribble, and lines up the shot. Is in, rattles in, and the Lions now in foul trouble with Devin Lee with 4, D.A. Davidson with 3. And on the other side, they get the ball into the paint. Turnaround is no good, and Nygaard will come away with it, trying a long pass and throws it right to Davidson, trying to hit Gore under the basket, and Davidson was right there for the interception. Davidson goes through awkwardly and falls down, and Barnesy throws it off of Beeler, and it'll be Astoria ball. Davidson wanted a foul there, but she stepped through and she just got tangled up on somebody stationary.
Yeah.
Fisherman did a good job of just planting. She tried to step through, tangled her back foot on her way through, and kind of tripped herself.
She sure did.
I know she wanted the foul, and I think the coaches did too, but
that's just,
she just, it was one of those unfortunate situations where she just got tangled up and went down. So here we are, 7:03 in the fourth, 36-25. The Fishermen trying to scrap one out against the St. Helens Lions. And in all honesty, if I'd have told you that the Fishermen were going to hold the Lions to 36 points going into the fourth quarter, I'd say that bodes well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they need to be doing.
You know, you're looking at the scores of these wins, 47-43, 37-34, 41-32, 52-47, the last 4 wins for the St. Helens Lions. And the last time these two teams met, it was a 47-43 contest. So you're right on par with kind of that number, at least defensively. You'd like to see some more offensive output from the Fishermen, but defensively, they're doing an okay job. This is a sharp-shooting and very disciplined Lions team. They shoot well, and that is extremely hard to defend. Barnesy from the corner for 3. That is in! Kate Barnesy on the baseline hits for 3. It's 28-36. And the Lions now on the other side of the ball, drive in. Davidson gets it swatted out by Svensson. And an errant pass. Barnesy's there to grab it. And Davidson, with a hand to the hip, gets Barnesy to go down. It's going to go to the Lions. Barnesy got caught, just went down, and she lost control of the ball, and the Lions come away with the turnover. Svensson on defense with a great job getting in the way. tries again against Davidson, and now a long shot is put up and not handled, not missed, or excuse me, not made. And Nygaard's going to tie up. That is, I believe, Cox she got tangled up with for a jump ball.
Yeah.
Good job by Nygaard. Cox came away with the rebound, but Nygaard got in there and tied her up. And got the jump ball in possession. Just exactly what the Fishermen needed to do with 6 minutes to go here in the contest. One possession at a time. Win the little battles. Whitsett driving, floating, and off the iron, no good. Rebounded and lost in the paint. And Gore climbs in. Jump ball. Possession, Lions. Don't give it to them for free. The next one goes to the Fishermen. Get the jump ball. You got possession on the next one, and now with under 6 minutes to go, Lee with the ball. Brings it up. Looks content with taking some time off the clock, I'm sure. Kicks out wide to Hassenkamp. Trying to hit the baseline pass, and there it is. Like Bob said, pass, turnover. Yep. Fishermen come away with it. Whitsett will inbound at the end of the bench, visitor bench, and get it to Gore. Gore will walk it across the timeline. See if the Fishermen can capitalize on that turnover. Svensson with it at the top after the handoff from Gore. Gore now looking underneath, gets possession. Whitsett trying to find her and misses Gore and throws to Davidson. And it was just an errant pass that goes by Gore to Hassenkamp. Excuse me, that wasn't Davidson with the takeaway. Now in the corner, back down underneath. Good job by Nygaard to step through and tip it away. Whitsett with it. Looking, finds Barnsey, cutting to the basket. Barnsey with the lay-in. The Fishermen cut it to 6. And that is enough for the St. Helens Lions. Head coach Jillian Ross-Dean says, all right, 12 points to 6. Let's just slow this down here, kids.
The momentum has shifted.
Hold your horses. The Fish have put the bridle on and have run a little here in the fourth quarter as they cut 6 off the lead. It is a 36-30 ball game, and a good couple of possessions by the Fishermen there on defense to come away with loose balls and some turnovers.
Scrappy.
Just exactly scrappy.
And coming alive, she's got 5 points in the last minute of gameplay.
You know, Barnsey's one of those players, and we brag about her a lot, or at least I do. I know personally I do. I like Barnsey a lot. She is just a good kid. She's fun to watch play softball. She's fun to watch play basketball. And she plays a style of basketball that I really, truly enjoy, and that is not on the stat sheet.
That's right.
Barnsey is probably not going to get you 40 points or 30 points or maybe even 10.
No.
But what she will give you is a ton of rebounds, a ton of hustle, and just a ton of just scrap.
Yep.
You know, and she almost just relishes in it. She looks for contact.
It's that bulldog tenacity.
It is. She is, you know, and I mean this with the utmost respect and you know, in all love, you know, the heart emoji, whatever you want to call it. She is a dog.
Yeah.
She is just a scrappy dog. She gets in the fight.
Dog in her.
Yep, exactly. And in the sports world, that is about the highest compliment you can. Yeah. Lions with the ball. Davidson firing from deep. Can't get it. Barnsey, they're battling on the board. Well, tip it out to Whitsett. And Whitsett controls it. Davidson out there to put a little pressure. She'll retreat. And Whitsett trying to hit Barnsey on the sideline. Barnsey wasn't looking. And it goes behind Barnsey out of bounds into the fans again. Just an ill-advised pass by Whitsett there. She
looked at her coach and said, my bad.
Yep. I mean, Barnsey was there. She was open. She just...
You got to make that eye contact.
Yep, wasn't looking. Wasn't expecting the ball to come her way and wasn't looking for it. On the other side, the Lions throw one on an entry pass down below away. So with 4:15 to go, the Fishermen get bailed out there and they'll have possession. Gore will bring the ball quickly up the timeline. 30 on the shot clock, excuse me. The Svensson handoff to Gore. Gore on the right side looking, trying to get Nygaard underneath. Gore dribbles, trying to find a spot to hit Nygaard. Whitsett dribbles back out, tipped out and away. I thought the Lions tipped it out of bounds, but the official said no. So the Lions inbound in front of the cheerleaders, and Lee will walk the ball up the court. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. 6-point deficit for the Fishermen. Davidson down in the corner, trying to hit a cutter, and the ball goes through her hands and into the hands of Madeline Hancock, who takes advantage of the opportunity and drops the short bunny hopper in. Svensson left alone for three. It's off the iron, no good. And the rebound is handled by Davidson. 8-point deficit for the Fishermen here in the fourth quarter. Lee with the ball to Davidson. Cutting for Lee in the paint. Nygaard gets her, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. And it is going to go against Nygaard.
Be her first.
Sophomore Sophia Nygaard, one of the starters for the Fishermen, one of the young starters. The ball out to Lee. Around the corner to Brooke Stevens, who misses, and the long rebound is chased down by Whitsett. No, Davidson and Whitsett on the sideline. Out of bounds to the Lions. Inbounding will be Brooke Stevens. Looking, and out to Davidson. Whitsett botting up Davidson. Into the paint, spinning, double team. And a kick out to Lee. Lee off the iron, no good. Barnesy fights for the rebound, jumps over her teammate, and then swings and throws down Lily Hassenkamp, who outweighs her by at least 20 pounds.
There was that
and that's that dog in Barnesy. You're going to take this ball? Come get it. That is that tenacity I like. Jump ball, and the Fishermen have it. Svensson's got it. Under 3 minutes to go. Svensson out to Nygaard. Nygaard trying to get to Gore underneath. Swatted away by Brooke Stevens. They're fronting well, and that pass, that entry pass, is just not available tonight.
No.
Barnesy inbounds from underneath the basket. Fishermen set their screens. Out to Svensson. Svensson fakes the three. Dribbles. Kicks out to Whitsett. Whitsett looking for Nygaard on Davidson. Nygaard's got it. She turns. Cross step. Goes up strong. Gets blocked. Hassenkamp there to block it, take it away. Lee comes away with a loose ball, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Coach calls for 5. Down underneath is a putback and a miss twice by Madeline Hancock. Gore comes away with the board. She'll bring it across the timeline. 2:15 to go in the contest. Gore drives, kicks out, no, dribbles out. And the Fishermen call a timeout. Jordan Axe calls the timeout from the sideline to slow things down. I took a moment there. I'm like, what's the foul? What's the call? It was right here in front of us, but it was the coach in the official's ear calling the timeout. So that's where we stand right now. The Fishermen have come away with a couple of scrappy turnovers. They're just unable to capitalize. This young squad unable to get the shots they want. But on defense, I'll tell you what, this Fishermen defense and this Fishermen team keeps working like this. And I know this year is a bit of a struggle. I know they are 4-13.
But there are also a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores.
And I know they're 0-7 in the Co-op League.
Yep.
You know, those are all the things that you look at on the stat sheet and the final record books, the wins and losses, and you look at that and you're like, man, what a disappointing season. But you and I have watched a number of these games, and of course they've got a few on the books before this, before we started picking up some of the league play games. And you know, I followed a couple, went to a few of the games here at home to scout the team a little bit. I'll tell you what, this young squad of freshmen and sophomores, no juniors, and 2 seniors, and 1 senior, Kate Barnesy, who's going to be a absolute loss for this squad because it's really hard to replace the dog.
Yep.
You know, it's really hard to replace just that kind of mentality player, and that's going to be missed come next season when these girls get together. But I tell you what is going to be here, that is just a team that fights, scraps, and they've got good defense. They're almost there.
Yep.
The inbounds pass finds its way to Svensson, who tries to hit Gore. It's tipped out of bounds, and the Lions take possession. 2 minutes to go. 8-point deficit. Fishermen scoot up, play a little full court press. And the ball is into Lee. Tracks it down. Svensson chases her down, tries to get in the way. And now the Lions will set up on offense. Davidson out front with the ball, trying to hit the cutter. They've got Brooke, and Svensson tries to get it away from Lee, but Lee will track it down on the errant pass as they try to kick out. Lee will dribble it. 10 on the shot clock as they look around. Down underneath, it is Hassenkamp, goes up, misses. Barnesy snags the board and will push the ball up the court. She'll look, tries to find Gore on the baseline. Does, can't get it to Nygaard. Barnsey will launch from three, and off the glass, no good. And coming in to try to get a rebound, fighting Lee with it. Can't come up with it is Barnsey. And on the other side, Svensson fouls Madeline Hancock and shrugs her shoulders. Yeah, well, that's the way it goes.
It's going to be her third.
I will say that one player that may replace that dog is Svensson. She has a little bit of the dog in her.
It's developing.
It is indeed. She's one of those players who just plays ferociously, quickly, and goes for the loose balls and kind of teeth bared when she plays.
That's right.
First free throw is missed by Madeline Hancock. Second one is up and off the iron as well. Nygaard snags the board, looks. Whitsett's got it. Whitsett dribbling into the paint, trying to kick out to Barnsey, who handles the ball on the baseline. Gets it back out to Gore. Gore against Lee. Gets a screen from Barnsey. Driving the baseline, tries to go up, gets knocked in the face. And it'll be Madeline Hancock, I believe, collecting her first foul of the contest. It is indeed assessed against her. And Gore will head to the line to shoot some more free throws. She's been there a few times tonight.
She sure has, and she's been shooting well. She is 6 for 9.
And add another one. She'll walk up and take another one. The dribble, the spin, the launch, and off the front of the iron, it trips over and falls through. 6-point game, and the timeout is taken by the Lions as they want to talk this over. No silly mistakes. It is just a 2-possession ball game after all, with under a minute to go. And, well, we've seen stranger things. So
Astoria's doing really well. They've kept them to 2 points this entire quarter. Astoria's been able to put up 8 points.
So there you have it. They've won this quarter. They went into the third down by 10, 36-24. They've held them to 2. It's 38-32. And they're doing exactly what I said you got to do to try to chip away at a 10-point lead, and that's just win little possessions. They needed to probably win a few more earlier, but they're winning some possessions. And defensively, like I said, this team on defense isn't bad.
No, they're learning quick.
They're learning quick, and I mean, that's part of the young squad problem. Sophomores and freshmen, it's trial by fire. You know, you see that in the NFL, you see that in pro sports a lot of times. You know, a rookie comes in and they take a rookie quarterback and they just throw him to the fire. And, you know, Troy Aikman goes 0 for his first year. I know that's a reference that goes way back, but you see that a lot. Peyton Manning was the same way, right?
Yep.
He won 2 or 3 games his rookie year. And you're right. You got to earn your stripes, and the Fishermen are doing that here tonight as they inbound the pass, and Kaya Gore is going to go for the foul tactic against Lee, and Gore will collect her first. The only Fisherman in foul trouble is Svensson with 3. Everybody else with just 1.
Well, maybe
and there's
Fleur's
only
got a pair.
Barnsey, Nygaard, Fleur with the other fouls against the Fishermen. And they get the ball in. Under 50 to go. And Gore is going to go ahead and put her hands on her and take the foul against Lee. They're going to inbound it again because they're not in bonus. Got to do at least one more to do it. Lee's going to have it, and it looks like Coach Axe is going to call off the foul strategy for now as Barnsey mans up, and there it is. Barnsey comes up, puts her hands on Lee, and takes the foul.
Barnes' second, and that will send Lee to the line.
That will put her in bonus, and that is maybe where they were hoping that you inbound to the worst shooter, and then you go foul the worst shooter. That's the strategy behind the foul strategy. And instead they get the ball to Lee, who is
one of their best.
Yeah. Sharp shooter to say the least, I think. Makes the first half. Stares down the second one. And gets it up and off. Gore comes away with the board. 36 seconds to go. 7-point ball game. Whitsett launches. Back iron no good. Svensson's got it. Looking down below to Fleur, and a push from behind. Davidson will collect another foul.
That's going to be her fourth.
I've got her for 4 indeed on my unofficial scorecard, and the Fishermen will inbound from underneath the basket as it was a loose ball foul and not in bonus yet. Barnsey looks. Nygaard out to Svensson. Svensson, 20 seconds on the clock. Deep three, doesn't take it. Gets it into Gore down in the paint. Gore spins, goes up. Strong can't get it to fall. And it is Cox with the board. Out to Davidson, out to Lee. 10 seconds remain. And the Fishermen in this one will fall by 7, 39-32 as both teams let the last few seconds tick away. A strong, scrappy loss for the Fishermen, but a loss nonetheless as they fall to the league-leading Helens Lions at 6-1. The Fishermen fall to 0-8. We'll wrap up some of the scoring and some of this game and come back in just a moment as we catch our breath here on ESPN 106.3.
Your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria. Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
Have Joe's Mobile.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here to the Brick House. The Fishermen finish this one off as it is a final here. The Fishermen fall in both games of the doubleheader. And for the girls' game, it was a tight race to the end. They tightened things up a little bit as we talk about the second half for the Fishermen and look ahead to what's next for them. And Kaya Gore from the floor, not too great tonight.
No.
She did pour in 12 points for the Fishermen. Kate Barnes, he came up with 7 on a pretty good effort. But really the effort that needs to be talked about for the Fishermen, if you're going to take this loss and, shrug your shoulders and be disappointed about it, the one thing you can hang your cap on is the Fishermen battled against a very good St. Helens team and held them to 3 points in the fourth quarter.
That's right. And it wasn't like they were slacking off. They were trying.
No, they were trying, and the Fishermen fought and scrapped, and they needed to come away with 11 for the win, but they got 6 of them back and kept it close, or tried to get it close again, but it was the 3 points they held them to in the fourth quarter. And those are the little things that the Fishermen, this very young squad, need to build on as they continue to move forward. We're going to be with the girls coming up on Tuesday of next week as they host a non-league contest against Malala. We will not travel with the boys as they go on the road to face Malala, but we will stay home and have the game against Malala here on ESPN 106.3, and then we'll be back with you next Friday for a doubleheader in Tillamook.
That's right. We're going to have a little later start on Tuesday, though. It'll be at 7 o'clock.
We're going to go to, Tuesday will be a 7 o'clock start for the girls as they get prime time, and then that doubleheader on Friday once again at 5 with the Rube Report kicking things off. So tune in and find out how Rube did with his picks for the Super Bowl, find out about the swim team, and find out about wrestling, and find out what's in store for the basketball squads as they look forward to another week as Coach Rube and Dane Gouge break down the latest in Astoria High Sports. That is Friday at 5. We'll have tip-off at right around 5:30, and we'll join you Friday for that one. And Tuesday, we'll have the girls in a solo game here on ESPN 106.3. Stay tuned for more information. Follow us on Facebook, and don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can find us at ESPN 106.3 Astoria. Make sure you follow that one, subscribe, and you can get all the updates and links and live contests there when we broadcast them. And you can catch up on archived Rube Report shows as well. For Rob Kovach, Bob Wilkie, that's me and Bob here, and we're signing off. Thanks for joining me once again, Bob, and
we'll see you on Tuesday.
We'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in here on ESPN 106.3.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria, Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio was brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.